Back on September 1st, MacArthur School had a birthday. Our school turned 60 years old. Wow! It opened on September 1st, 1964. Our school is named after General Douglas MacArthur. He was famous for being a general in both World War II and the Korean War. 1964 was a lot like this year. The Olympics were held that year in Tokyo, Japan. The Olympics this year were held in Paris, France. 1964 was a presidential election year, just like this one was. In 1964, the people running for president were Barry Goldwater and Lyndon Johnson. Lyndon Johnson won the election and became our president. This year, the two people running for president were Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Donald Trump won the election, and he will be our next president. In 1964, a very famous music group came to Indianapolis, the Beatles. This year, Taylor Swift came to Indianapolis. Sadly, Douglas MacArthur died in April 1964, just a few months before the school opened. I want to recognize some former MacArthur students who have become very successful people. At one time, they were in our classrooms just like you are now. The first person I want to recognize is Kyle Ritter. Kyle graduated from Perry Meridian High School in 1993. When Kyle was at Perry Meridian, he was an outstanding baseball and basketball player. He was such a good baseball player that he received a baseball scholarship to Evansville University. After college, Kyle went to medical school and became a doctor. He specializes in joint surgeries like for your hip or your shoulder. He has worked with the Cincinnati Bengals football team and the University of Cincinnati sports teams. He is currently at Hendricks Community Hospital. He helps take care of the athletes for Plainfield High School. Kyle has been nominated several times as one of the top doctors in the Indianapolis area. The second person I want to recognize is Don Wettrick. Don graduated from Perry Meridian High School in 1991. When Don was at Perry Meridian, he was very active with the school newspaper. Don started the Started Up Educational Foundation. This foundation helps young people develop their ideas for owning their own business. He has traveled around the world doing this. Don told me he wants to empower both students and teachers to look at the world, to start something new, and build a life of purpose. Third person I want to recognize is Claire Buffy. Claire graduated from Perry Meridian in 2004. While she was at Perry Meridian, she participated in theater, music, and dance. She was a student leader for many groups. After Perry Meridian, Claire went to Ball State. She majored in visual communications and dance performance. After graduating from Ball State, Claire moved to New York City. She entered the Miss America pageant and was one of the 10 finalists. Claire still lives in New York City. She works for Dance Lab of New York City as both a director and a producer. She has produced over 1,500 videos for corporations and community groups. She has also done a lot of work for human rights groups and helped with anti-bullying efforts for school groups. The fourth person I want to recognize is John Campbell. John graduated from Perry Meridian High School in 1999. When he was at Perry Meridian, John participated in wrestling, golf, and cross country. After he graduated from Perry Meridian, he went to the West Point Academy. West Point Academy is where our future Army leaders are educated and trained. John graduated from West Point in 2003. John is currently in the Army. Some of the places he has been stationed include Alaska, Kansas, Fort Knox, Kentucky, San Diego, and he has been stationed in Iraq and Afghanistan 7 times. He is currently stationed at the Army War College in Pennsylvania. He has the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. Before I finish, I want to remind you again, all of these people were once just like you. They were students here at MacArthur and dreamed of big things just like you can do.